welcome back to the Kyle Suchsland Show. Thank you guys for joining today. I have a great show prepared for you guys today. We will talk a recap of the Charles Schwab Invitational. I'm sure there's a 99% chance you did not watch it, but I did. So let's recap everyone that did, what happened for the week. Congratulations on a great win by Russell Henley. We'll go through all of his victory, how he won the day. We'll talk a little bit, a preview of Memorial next week, and then we'll talk a little preview of Monaco Grand Prix next week. We also then will talk Cubbies. We'll do our Crumb Bum of the week. We'll do our movie of the week, and we'll talk a little basketball right before the final. So we have a great show prepared for you guys today. Great show prepared for you guys today. But you know what time it is? First, hit my music. Before we move on, want to tell you about today's sponsor, Golf on Any Tee. Look, if you're like us, your golf budget and your golf addiction is constantly fighting each other. You want to play 3 times a week, but your bank account wants you to play 3 times a month. That's where Golf on Any Tee comes in. It's one flat annual membership. It gets you the access to participating golf courses in the area, and you can play more golf without paying full green fees every single round. It's honestly one of those ideas where you wonder why nobody thought of it sooner. Instead of debating whether a round is worth the money, you can focus on what actually matters. Chunking the wedge from 80 yards and telling your buddies, I'm just working on something. The more you play, the more value you get. It's that simple. If you've ever looked at the tee sheet, looked at your wallet, and immediately got sad, Golf on Any Tee is the app for you. Check out the Golf on Any Tee, tell them I sent you, see where courses are available near you, and get more rounds in this season. Now, back to the chaos. Alright, before we get on, I want to give a big thank you for another today's sponsor, Vice Golf. Let's be honest, most of you have no business buying tour level golf equipment. We're losing balls, hitting trees, scuffing them up, celebrating bogeys like they're birdies. But if you're going to donate the balls to the woods every weekend, you may as well play a ball that's actually built for golfers. That's why I'm gaming right now with Vice Golf. They've got premium golf balls that perform with big brands, without making your wallet cry. Every time one finds a pond, you're not very sad, as you will be losing one of the big brands. Whether you're trying to spin a wedge, bomb drives, or just make it through 9 holes with the same ball, Vice has an option for your game. And the best part, you can save some money while you're at it. Head over to vicegolf.com, and use code KYLE, K-Y-L-E, at checkout to save $5 at checkout. Trust me, you're going to need a few extra sleeves when you're hitting the course the next weeks. Now, let's get back to the chaos. But now I want to thank one of today's show's partners, X Golf Libertyville. And let's be honest, Illinois golf has a major flaw. Every year, Mother Nature decides we're not allowed to play for about 6 months and a bunch of rainy days during the summer. When it's 15 degrees out, raining sideways, or you just need to work out what's been ruining your weekends, X Golf gives you the chance to play year-round and some of the most accurate simulators in golf. You can now play world-famous golf courses, dial in your numbers, compete with your buddies, or just grab drinks and hit some balls without losing 6 Pro V1s in the process. We've spent a lot of time out there, and it's become one of our favorite spots to keep the golf addiction alive when we can't get to the actual golf course. So if you're looking to get better, settle a score with your friends, or you just need a golf fix, check out X Golf Libertyville and tell them Birdie or Bogey sent you. Now, let's get back to watching a full-grown adult give takes about other full-grown adults playing golf. All right, let's start out with the PGA Tour today. Congratulations to Russell Henley on a great win. Actually made it very interesting there towards the end. But actually a very interesting finish. I could hand up, right? Did not watch all day of this Saturday. Played golf yesterday. Played golf Friday. Caught the highlights. Did not say watch all of it, but a good tournament. It delivered on a Sunday, which is kind of essentially all you can ask for some of these golf tournaments, is just deliver on a Sunday, right? When we're sitting down on the couch, trying to relax, getting ready for the week, just deliver us a good golf tournament, and it absolutely delivered. We had Spaun was up there, looked like he was going to win for a little bit. Ben Griffin was 5 under the day, got in the clubhouse at 11, and kind of looked like people are going to come back down to him. And ultimately, Russell Henley came through with making birdies 16, 17, and 18 to get to 12. Eric Cole birdies 18, and we go to a playoff hole. So we have a playoff finish today, and Russell Henley puts it to 4 feet. Eric Cole puts it to like maybe 8.5 feet. Misses his birdie putt. Russell Henley drains it for what essentially is back-to-back birdies to win the golf tournament. Shoots a 3 under 67 today to win. So, great day by Russell Henley. You could see if on the screen right now. I hopefully have this on if I did this right. He did not have a great front nine today. Was 1 over on the front. Eagle the first, par the second, and then bogey the ninth, and was 1 over kind of coming in here. Not at all looked like he was going to win, had it all a chance for this golf tournament. On some of my notes I had, I'm like, oh, this is going to be the Eric Cole, Ben Griffin. I had Spaun kind of maybe coming in there making some birdies. I didn't have Russell Henley in there until a couple hours ago. Russell Henley just comes through and dominates, makes a birdie on 11, makes a birdie on 16, 17, and 18 to just take the tournament away from Eric Cole. Great win by him. Especially some down, some plus 4.4 strokes gained to the field on today's tournament. So absolutely fantastic by him. Russell, let's see, what did he do well today? Oh, he putted phenomenally today. So I mean, he gained 3.5 strokes on the field. Correction there. Gained 3.5 strokes on the field. Just hit a 12, 18 greens and 11 of 14 fairways. Not at all, not whatsoever a bad day by him. And gets it. So I love these. There's nothing like a playoff finish. I think it makes it so much more interesting for, some of these non-elevated events, these non-major weeks, when we get a good tournament coming into a Sunday, which today absolutely was one of those great days. So if you didn't give it a chance, go back some of the highlights, because the last 45 minutes was a very entertaining end to the day for golf. I really thought Spaun was going to come in there. He really did not have kind of a back. His putter was not working at all on the back nine. He almost lost almost a quarter of a stroke on the field. Bogey 10. He was in this tournament. Even on the day, 2 bogeys on the back, just 1 over on the back. So really, honestly, kind of played himself out of it. 4 bogeys and really just cannot get his putter going at all in the day. So what I'd like to see, but JJ while he wasn't playing the best golf earlier in the season, JJ really looks like he's turning on that side of it. He's actually playing some good golf right now. Maybe not putting the best, but his ball striking is there. And overall for the week, he did play some very good golf. 2 under yesterday, 2 under on the day, and 6 under on the first round. So For the week, not bad. T6. We had him to go T5, so don't love that. That's a little sad. But overall, JJ's looks like he's a little rounding into form as we come into the U.S. Open. Also, so shout out another good week by Gary Woodland. Love to see Gary Woodland kind of right back up there. Gary Woodland 10 under on the tournament. Finishes for T6. 67 on the day. Great tournament by Gary Woodland. Obviously coming back from brain surgery. Was very open on a lot of his struggles that he has on the course. With people it feels like they're sneaking up on him, or they're just walking behind him and such like that. That it just makes him hard to perform at a high level. So you love to see Gary playing well and kind of his team around him rallying around him and making sure that he's comfortable with what he needs to do. Nico hasn't really been playing very well. Missed cut in the last PGA Championship. Nico Ichavara T6, 10 under on the day too. So Nico, a good finish by him. JT, another good finish by Justin. JT's playing good golf on this year. 1 under on the day, 8 under in the tournament. T13, another top 15 for Justin. Justin's rounding into, we'll probably say the same thing I say for Justin and Jordan all the time and time again, that they're rounding into form, that they're close. And they are close. So give it time. We will be there. I believe in Justin. I believe in Jordan. I believe in Ricky. Shout out Spring Break Bros. Justin actually kind of tried to will something into existence on the back nine. Was obviously firing at pins, makes 2 bogeys but 3 birdies, trying to do something to get himself to that probably 10. At that moment of 10 or 11, he thought could do it. Well, not bad by him. Like him coming into the U.S. Open, especially someone that can control his golf ball. There is Justin Thomas is one of the better ones, and he's putting well. So if Justin's putting well, I really like him. And definitely being able to hit fairways. How did he do today in terms of fairways hit? He hit half of fairways, half a green. So not super accurate ball striking by him today, to be honest. Could have done better, but put his face off +1, a little over 1 stroke over the field putting. So good by him there. Good finish by Max. So Max has not been playing super well in this year. Has been playing a shit ton of golf, trying to find his game. Was very open on that on the No Laying Up show when he was on there. That was absolutely fantastic when he was on there. If you have not given that a listen, he was on the No Laying Up show live at the PGA Championship week. Very interesting show by him. Very good look into his kind of psyche, what's going on is there. He knows his golf game is on a great spot right now, and he's absolutely grinding to get back there. So playing a lot of tournaments, doing a lot of practicing. Putted very well today. Strokes gained today was honestly almost right up there with the field. 3 under today, 5 under the tournament. Top T22. Well, I'd like to see a little bit better from Max at the end of the day, but he seems like hopefully he's rounding into form. Would love to see him. It'd be awesome if he gets a major this year. Shinnecock might be a little hard, but we'll see. An early season pick. An early season pick. I think for a major that he's just not really been playing into form is Ludvig. Ludvig was kind of the best ranked player going into the field. Ludvig was my pick this week. Not a great week by him overall. T17, and now I guess T17, you could say I just said Justin Thomas had a great week, and I said Ludvig had a bad week. So, but coming in, you're going to say these guys should perform at a certain level. And when you don't perform at a great level, it's like, wow, yeah, hey, you didn't play great. So I think Ludvig, tough week for him. +1 on the day. Could really, he was 7 under going in the day. He shoots 3 under today. He's right there. 4 under in the day. He's right there in the tournament. It's right there for his taking. Again, I think a common problem we're seeing Ludvig is his inability to close on a golf tournament, which is just unfortunate. Does that continue? He's playing some best golf. Do we want him playing the aliens, people? Do we trust him playing the aliens? If it's, if we have a 4-round alien tournament and we comes down to this, like, I don't know if he's gonna suck the last round. If the guy eats a bad sandwich and all of a sudden he's putting like shit. Like, do we trust him, people? I don't know. We have to ask the questions before we get to the spot, though, right? That's why we do this podcast. And we have to ask the hard questions before it gets to the point that it's crazy. So right now it's, we're sane right now, okay? So we can ask questions, right? But when the aliens come and they accidentally start fighting us, we're going to go crazy, okay? So right now we know that Ludvig, do we trust him? It's the real key. We trust the 4 we got on the team, I think, right? Do we trust our bench right now if one of the 4 eats a bad taco, eats a bad burger from the snack shack before? Do we trust that the alternates are going to be able to play good baseball? I'm watching baseball. Shout out Cubs. Do we trust that they're going to be able to play good golf? And I don't know where we're going to play this. I think we have to play this at Augusta. I think if the aliens come, we have to show them to our best spot, or we have to show them to our worst spot. So we have to take them into one of our just local shithole munis and just beat the doors off them in a local muni. Debate in the comments if the aliens do come and play us in golf, where are we taking them? I don't know. If we take them to a shithole, we take them to a nice course. I could be swayed either way, to be fully honest with you guys. Anywhere else we want to look? Brandt Snedeker again. We're going to have to pick him for the President's Cup. We have to pick Brandt Snedeker for the President's Cup. We would simply be a better team if we picked Brandt Snedeker. It's almost crazy that if we don't. Bad day by Akshay. Akshay is nowhere near Crumb Bum of the week, but he's up there. He was at least under consideration. Was 7 under coming into the day. Was in striking distance and 3 over for the tournament. Putted like shit. Hit the ball like shit. Around the greens like shit. Not a good day for him overall. T28. Let's see who missed the cut. Who can we go make fun of? Kevin Kisner barely missed it. So shout out Kiz. He talked about on the Foreplay podcast that he got in. Members want him to play. He won this tournament. Not a bad week by him. He beat a lot of other very good, much younger, probably half their age. Kiz can still obviously grind. He's going to beat the doors off all these losers on YouTube. He can obviously go play real golf still and show them what that's like. Tony Finau continues to struggle. Cashmere Keith. Neil Shipley continues to struggle. I really thought Neil Shipley would see some more dominance by Neil Shipley. Any of our other guys? Harry Hall. Ricky Fowler is tough. +3 cut. Don't love to see that from Mr. Ricky. Sung Jae's got to be a bit better than a +6. That's tough. And we get withdrew. Ryan Palmer +10. That's tough. So overall, a good tournament. How did we do on the picks, though, is what you're all asking. So again, picks, I'm not going to claim we did fantastic, okay? We'll do another hand up. We got a little bit better. It's instrumental. It's not instrumental. It's incremental gains right now. We're not going to be perfect overnight, but we are getting slightly better, okay? Ludvig was right there coming into the day and just okay. T17, that's a loss. JJ Spaun, T6, was right there. Almost gave us a win. So tough. And Akshay was obviously right there also in the day and pooped down on his leg today. So, tough day by really all of my guys today. Did not really get it done. My 3, Hoagie, Homa, and Woodland, all did make the cut. And I am consider all 3 of those separately, because I didn't give you guys a parlay number. So each 3 of those are wins. So we'll count that as a win. So we bring our record. That's 2 wins right there. I miscounted that one. 37%, okay? And now you're saying that dropped a lot, and you might be right, because I was miscalculating, okay? I was simply miscalculating, right? It was just that, and I wasn't doing it. The computer was doing it, okay? The computer was simply miscalculating. I do not exist in the computer universe and can say I understand computer language, right? So the computer simply, I caught the computer's error, right? The smart computer is making a problem, and I caught the problem, right? Now, did I create the problem? Maybe. But I still caught the problem, which the computer definitely didn't. So, dumbass computer. Take someone to the fucking moon, but you can't fix a small win percentage problem, can you, dummy? So, we don't, not a great week. Not a great week. But we'll take the cut picks. We'll take those as wins, and we'll move on to the next one, okay? We move on. Anything else? Train horn. Ugh. That train or the train brakes, whatever, was tough. I don't know what it was, but it was tough. That is, whatever it was, they did show on the zoom out that it's like right next to a big train thing. You just gotta, well, whatever you do, tell them to stop for like an hour, okay? Give them, how much money, whatever company that's sponsoring this, whatever that was, Charles Schwab, give them $100,000 to just stop braking in the final hour of coverage, please, because there's like every 10 seconds. It's like, oh my God. And also, it's 2026. Like, hand up. Also, if you can't get them to stop, it's 2026. We don't have a fucking AI thing that can figure out that squeaking noise and then cut it out live. Like, what are we doing, people? We can send robots to wormholes right now, right? But we can't do that? Or are you kidding me? So I really thought it was going to be a fight because, like I said earlier, between Cole, Spaun, and Griffin. Henley came out of nowhere, and then Birdie's the last hole. Like I said, we said last time, we're a little bit in the dog days. The dog days of golf season right now, right? These are not for everybody. I know that these are the days that we're getting to summer days. People are not dialed in on golf Friday afternoon, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday. It is beautiful outside. I sacrificed playing golf today to give you guys good coverage of this golf tournament today. So you better fucking thank me, okay? Because I did not play golf today. I did not go chip and I did not go putt because I wanted to watch the leaders teed off at noon, and I've been locked in since noon watching that golf tournament just for you fucking motherfuckers. Okay? So I want thank yous in the comments. I want fucking balloons of the house. I want presents to the house. I want everything. I want you, next time you see me, I want a crisp fucking high five for bringing you great golf coverage. But I understand if you didn't watch it, so I will not. There is no being mad at, like, you know, if you didn't watch the Masters, like, you know what? Well, we probably shouldn't be friends, okay? If you did not watch the Charles Schwab Invitational, whatever they called it this week, hand up. I get it. I fully get it. I'm here for you. That's why you watched the last 25 minutes of the show. We went through it all, and you got to hear all about all the people that I like, that hopefully you guys like. And if you guys like someone else and want me to start talking about them, I'll do that too. Let me know. If you guys say, hey, I love this player, right? I love Akshay Bhatia. Start covering Akshay Bhatia more. I will gladly put Akshay Bhatia on my featured group coverage and watch him for you guys. I'll do that. You know what? I will, as a golf fan, I will do that for my listeners. If you guys like someone and you want to see them, more coverage of them, I will watch them for you. I will sit on my couch and I will watch more golf just for you guys, okay? So you're welcome. I love you guys. we are on to Memorial Day. So after 2 tough weeks of the CJ Nelson, Byron Nelson, and Charles Schwab, we are back for an elevated event. We are back at one of my, at least it is in my rank 3 of golf courses. Okay, we got Augusta National Prime A Flamin' Yan Japanese Wagyu cut. Okay, we got the A plus cut. We got the Old Course, Pebble, Pinehurst, Oakmont. Shinnecock might go up there, but then in number 3, we got Wingfoot, we got Shinnecock, we got Riviera, we got Royal Port Rush, and then we have Muirfield Village also, right? So this is a great tournament. This is a great course. This is very much a ball striker's course. This is most tournaments of the year. This is producing one of the best player that is in the field is winning this tournament. The last 2 years, my man Scottie Scheffler has won this tournament. He will be the first man to go back for a three-peat ever of this tournament this week. I love Scottie this week. I think he is going. This is the ball striker's course, and my picks very much reflect that fact. This is not somewhere that I think we're going to get some first-time winner. This is not somewhere I would bet you a good amount of handshakes or nickels that a major winner is going to be a win this week. We're not going to get maybe someone that's playing some good golf like a Goddard, maybe someone like that will win a major. But you have to be an elite ball striker. You have to be an elite putter to score well in this golf course. So get ready, enjoy Muirfield Village this week. This is top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is in my opinion, this is a top 10 course of the PGA Tour. We will get a lot of Jack Nicklaus this week. This is called Jack's Place. This is very commonly we see Jack jumping on the coverage on multiple of the days. There'll be a lot of cutaway to Jackson Barber's Foundation clips this week also. So get ready for a lot of Jack. Get ready for a lot of history talk, which as me being a golf history nerd, I love that. So we'll get a lot of that look. And I don't think Scottie. So I think I got the stat wrong. I think he would join very elite company winning this tournament 3 times in a row. I think someone else has done that before. So I don't think that would be the first time. Now, we have Memorial, we have some other crappy tournament, and then we have the U.S. Open. We're going to Shinnecock. So this is the last time that we'll see Scottie. We're going to see Rory. We're going to see them until the U.S. Open at Shinnecock. So we have, if you've been listening to this podcast, you've also heard me mention a whole bunch of times, we haven't seen Scottie and we haven't seen Rory play together a lot, right? We haven't seen the boys battling out a whole bunch of the tournaments this year. So this will be one of the tournaments that we do get to see those two battle it up. They are both in the field this week. As long as Cameron Young and Matthew Fitzpatrick are both in the tournament this week. So we'll also see our battle this. So we got a lot of guys that this is a great test. So a lot of people play this, especially playing this coming into the U.S. Open. This is widely considered a great U.S. Open prep week for all of these guys because no matter where the U.S. Open is being held, they know that they need to test their skills kind of coming at Muirfield coming into that before. So we shall see what happens this week. I love Scottie this week. Getting into my picks, I love Scottie going back to back to back. Like I said, Scottie is not won a ton this year since the American Express, which was the first term of this year. Has a whole bunch of top 10 finishes, but I love Scottie winning this week. Scottie Scheffler picked a win, and we're going to stay in that you need to be a ball striker to win this again. I was fighting between the two of these guys for a top 10 and a top 5, but we're going to go to give you a little more juice. I really think Cam Young's going to have a good week this week. Would love to see Cam Young. I very much believe Cam Young is going to have a top 5 finish this week. along with Rory McIlroy. I think Rory McIlroy I really wanted him to top 5. Not as much as juice you're going to get as him as a top 10. Rory's also obviously won Masters, is playing as the best player in the world right now. If you're a better player, you win the Masters than him. That's simply my logic. Where I don't think we can go by is I think Rory, again, it just seems like after he wins the Masters, he's more locked in than he was last year, but again, it seems like he's just not attacking it. Like, he won his major for the year, and he can kind of just, like, at the end of the day, no matter what happens the rest of the year, it was a successful year. We won a major this year. He's going to give his lights out at the U.S. Open. He's going to give his heart out at the Open, but some of these tournaments, I don't know if he has that extra gear. I just don't. I would love to be proven wrong. I love Rory. I love Scottie. Those are the guys who are our game right now. I have played hours of Rory McIlroy 2016, so I feel like I owe him that as a fan. Top 20, we got it. I mean, if you guys watch the program, I don't even need to tell you who this is. Jordan Spieth. Jordan's playing well. As I say every single week, Jordan's close. And one of these times it's going to be true. Jordan will be close. He is close. He will break through one of these times. I do believe that he is close enough to hit that breakthrough point. And I think we're getting there, people. I fully think we're getting there. Maybe this week, Muirfield, we get a top 10, a top 20, a top 5 Jordan week. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Put an absolute stamp on Muirfield. It is a Jordan week. So shout out him. Shout out Muirfield Village. Enjoy giving that a watch this week. Like I said, that is always a fantastic course and will produce a great winner no matter what happens, which we can't say of always some of these other courses that they're going to produce a great winner. We're going to see a lot of bogeys and see a lot of clumped leaderboards like you heard a lot of people talk about at the PGA Championship. When you get really tough courses, it creates a lot of separation between the guys that are playing good golf and between the rest of the field. So fully expect to get a great leaderboard, a great leaderboard heading into Muirfield, and I also fully expect that the winner will be a major winner coming into this week. So we will see next week coming in. Moving over to F1. So have a big week. Well, at least what I think is a big week. We'll see. Coming to F1, it is Monaco week. So I've always been under the impression that Monaco week was kind of like the Daytona 500, the biggest thing of F1. I think now that I'm a much bigger fan, I think it's big. I don't think it's as big as I thought it was, okay? I think it obviously is very cool. I don't think it's the coolest race, maybe. I think there's not a ton that happens in Monaco. I think it's very much a pole position race. So it's if you really did watch it, is Saturday. Whatever happens on Saturday, whoever finishes in pole, I think is likely to win the race. But I'm very excited to see it for the first time. I think Monaco also produces a lot of extremely, if they are racing on the streets of Monte Carlo, they have inches of some of those turns and things, and it's quick and it's little tight ass turns. So there's a lot of, is this guy going to wreck the car in qualifying? Is this guy going to wreck the car? Is this guy going to wreck the car in practice? We'll see. And also, what are the new regulations going to do around Monaco? I think that will be interesting. It seems like where we haven't seen a ton of great racing is when they just loses speed on a straightaway. Monaco doesn't really present a ton of straightaways, so I imagine there will be a lot of braking power. Are we going to see some more overtake ability from some more of these guys this year, that having some of that ability in the bank? I don't know, but we'll see what the new regulations do, and I'll watch some videos and people that understand that much better, and I'll get that back to you guys on that next week. One thing that I was really interested in on the Canadian Grand Prix from 2 weeks ago was Kimi and Russell's. It seemed like the teammates were going out a little bit. The boys were very much same page, and all of a sudden, last week in Monaco, Russell seems like he's getting a little bit like, buddy, I'm fast too. I got a good card too. I'm just as fast as you are. And we got Kimmy and Russell going back and forth fighting a little bit. How does that go? We almost saw them. We saw them bump a little bit. We obviously didn't see anyone touch wheels, but do we see this week with much more closer quarters? Do we see anyone wrecking of any of the teams wrecking each other? Which is obviously one of the worst case scenarios you can have in F1 is take two cars being out and taking them out together, which is what happened in the Canadian Grand Prix last year for McLaren. Terrible race. Speaking of McLaren, they're coming off a bad one. Engine troubles by Lando. Oscar, I think, missed a couple laps, but ended up finishing. Or Lando ended up finishing. Not a great one. How do they come back here? They did. Lando did win here last year, so they're coming back as the defending champions. We'll see who has. I don't know who has the upgrade packages coming in this week. I think Ferrari was planning to do some major upgrade packages coming into Monaco, so we shall see them. This 2023, we saw Charles Leclerc win that one. That was very famous. We shall see. Going to my picks, I think it's going to be hard to beat Kimi. Kimi seems like he's got it. I have not been picking Kimi to win this year, and it kind of seems like a dumbass move. So this week, pick P1 is Kimi Antonelli, and podium will take, hopefully, Ferrari coming with a little upgrade package. Podium for Charles Leclerc, the hometown kid. And top 10, we will have to obviously go with stick with my McLaren boys. So we'll take Lando as a top 10 in there also. So our F1 picks have not been as terrible. We're right now at a 60% clip for F1 picks. So I have hit every single top 10 this year so far, which is not paying a bunch of money. But we've only hit one race win, which is the first one. So that's why we're going Kim this week. We are hitting a Monaco race win for you guys. We'll bet on that, and we will see. We will talk next week and see what happens on Monaco after that. Touching on other news. Let's talk Cubs. So Cubs are playing right now. Sunday Night Baseball. I did not know Sunday Night Baseball moved to NBC Sports. So that was kind of interesting. I did not know that. I mean, I feel like, old man not yells at cloud, but old man like talks about old things. It's like back in my day, ESPN has Sunday Night Baseball, but now I think this also might be the first year, so it's not even that old. But I don't care. I like Sunday Night Baseball. Ooh, double play, yes sir. Double play. Cubs are down 1-0 in the first inning right now. I've always loved Sunday Night Baseball. It kind of, it's the antithesis. And it's not the antithesis. Is not really the right word because there's nothing negative about it. But it's the opposite side of the coin of Sunday Night Football, where it gets, it's been dark, and by the time Sunday Night Football starts, you're kind of like tucked into your PJs already. It's kind of getting late in the night already. You're like, you've ate dinner between that, or you're just grabbing dinner as Sunday Night Football starts. And that seems like it's midnight by the time Sunday Night Football is halftime. I've fallen asleep at halftime and slept through many of the halves of Sunday Night Football, and we have the opposite side of the coin right now of Sunday Night Baseball. Here I'm recording this show. It's right now at 6:40, and I haven't even ate dinner yet. I'll probably go get dinner after we're done recording the show as it starts upload to the computer. We'll watch Sunday Night Baseball. It's crazy. I mean, it's just crazy with the difference of summer and winter. When the sun's out, you feel like there's so much day. It does not feel like the day's over yet. Where come a couple months from now when football is on, Sunday Night Baseball feels like it's the end of the night. So I always love Sunday Night Baseball too. It just makes you, you can watch it outside. You can sit outside and enjoy it on a nice summer night. Have a nice bonfire and watch some baseball. Those are really why so it's fun in the summer. So Cubbies week. Seems like we're riding the ship to be. Oh, make the play. Oh, nice. Okay, makes the play. They scored a run there, but 2-0 in the first. Seemed like we ride the ship a little bit. So bad week. 10-game losing streak. People are calling for Council's head the week prior. There is just people are angry, is what I would say. Right? There is a lot of anger in the streets right now. As of this time a week ago, it seems like the ship's in a run. We split the series with the Pirate 2-4 with them. I don't want to call the PCA moment on Saturday night a turning moment for this team, but it certainly feels that way less than 24 hours ago. If you have not watched that, go watch that moment from PCA. I can't play that because I will get sued to oblivion by the MLB. But PCA fans are chanting, PC are overrated. And it's these loser St. Louis fans that take their shirts off in the stadium because that's like all you have to do. There's nothing better to do in St. Louis besides take your shirt off at a baseball game and sit there. That's it. That's essentially St. Louis. That's all you have to do. So there's a bunch of the entire outfield takes their shirt off and chants about PCA. So there are all these losers are chanting overrated. PCA absolutely delivers a fucking missile right to them. I saw on Twitter last night, maybe it might have been the hardest hit home run of his entire career, 114 exit velocity. Absolutely demolishes the ball right into the stands. Right into these losers that are chanting overrated. It's like, hey, overrated, suck this bitch. Let's go. Go fucking Cubs. Okay, so that's enough, right? That shuts them up. People are still, there's still some things going on. Cardinals are a little bit, Palencia, walks a guy it looks a little like there's something going on. He's complaining a little bit. But I think there's some mound issues that he was complaining about last night. PCA makes one of the highlight reel catches of the year. Diving catch, kind of like near the ground, contorts his body in this weird way to get his glove to the ball, and looks up back at the stands around the outfield. It's like, man, no, overrated, suck my balls. I'm not overrated. So PCA gave all these loser fans in St. Louis something to come out for. They came out and took their shirt off on a Saturday night, and PCA gave them a show. So as 2 weeks ago, we have some issues with PCA on some other bleachers. PCA hopefully corrects the ship for the team, gets that curse off his back. We're gonna say sliding doors moment for the team right here. I'm really gonna hope that this is kind of the moment where we kind of right that ship around, and we really see them just absolutely blown the doors off some of these teams. We've had a hard schedule, so I'll say that, but still, would love to see them go more. I think that's all about the Cubs. So 32 and second, we are currently in second place in the division. So we shall see what we go on from here. Before we get to the movie of the week and the Crumb Bum of the week, let's talk NBA. So, I mean, if you guys know, if you've been listening to this show, you know that I'm not an NBA guy, right? You know that at the end of the day, I am a C-level NBA fan at best. Probably a D-level NBA fan if we're going to get really honest with each other. It's just not my jam. I loved watching the Derrick Rose years. The Bulls have been so bad, and then they took them off TV, so it's not like I can even watch them anymore. So, I've not been the biggest NBA fan, but I do like the playoffs, right? It seems like the playoffs, and it's like which is weird, right? And you guys can fully call me out for this. I like to watch through Twitter and the storylines of the NBA. I love watching the discourse around SGA. I like watching the discourse around Wemby. It's it's a weird, I'm not watching the games, but I kind of like to watch from afar and just like with my binoculars, like, hey, what's going on over there in the NBA, right? It's like I'm over here dialed in on some other thing, but it's like I like to like kind of take the binoculars and see what's going on over the NBA kind of the year. So I do at least keep up and kind of know, like, you know, I would bet I could probably name, of the teams, I could probably name like one player from half the teams. Right? So it's better than the average person, I would bet. And some of you guys were fucking laughing at me right now, all right? And I would give a big, and that's not, I want to use a different finger, but I might get demonetized on YouTube, right? So, that's, I can't say that I'm the biggest fan, but so prelude that over what I'm about to say, okay? It's not coming from Michael Jordan, right? Obviously. SGA and the Thunder are absolutely killing basketball. Right? That is the way they're playing basketball, and this is through Twitter, so take that with a grain of salt also. It's just, it seems like they're playing the dumbest way of basketball possible, where it's like some guy jumps up to block a shot, or if they just get anybody with their pump fake to move, they do it, and then they as soon as they can get them to jump, then they shoot, so it's a foul. Hopefully they make it on this little like kind of flick that they've learned. Great. If not, they get a high shooting percentage shot of a free throw. It seems absolutely crazy that is what the game has kind of morphed into, and that's like the way to play, is that you should bait, like the good players now can bait someone into a foul, and that is what makes you good. Like that's what makes you a good player, is baiting someone into a foul and getting the show. And now, like I understand that there was Jordan rules and Jordan got the shit beat out of him and they got to go to the line a bunch, but this is different, right? This is playing for that, right? They were beating the shit out of Jordan, and then Jordan got to go to the line. This is, you're trying to do that, but you're not going to get the shit beat out of you. And it's kind of what San Antonio started doing. That finally started working. It's like, okay, you want to get fouled. Look, we're gonna fucking foul you. It seems like it's a logic. It's a way to self-police the league itself. It doesn't have to let this Adam Silver bullshit. What he's done is let the players do it. It's like, okay, fine. You want to cry like you're hurt. I'll hurt you. Cry then. We'll see what happens. It's kind of like let the playground be the playground, right? You might have some kids picking on them, but the kid that was making fun of the other kid, it may not happen anymore, right? Let the problem police itself. The SGA and the Thunder, it seems like that way is absolutely killing basketball, and that way of playing, it makes it absolutely unwatchable for the common fan. And what I will say, so Wemby, I'm happy Wemby I did not like to see them. Wemby's going to be a problem, okay? One day, we in this world, anything, we love to see the guys in the come up. You love to see the stars as their stocks rising, and then when you get to the top, you love to see the stocks falling, right? And that happens. We've done it a time and time again. If you've watched Air, the Michael Jordan movie, it's the exact speech. We build people into something they're not, and once they don't deliver to the person they're not, we tear them down for it every single time. It happens again and again and again, and it's happening right now with Wemby, right? Wemby's doing some shit. Everyone's overlooking it. He's being a little shady. He's ordering fouls on people, but we love him because he's new. We love him because he's new. He's different. So one day we might get to a problem. We're obviously not there right now. But Wemby's going to be in this league for a long time, hopefully, barring any injury, knock on league. Someone that tall, obviously you would hope the first thing that he is not a Joel Embiid and is having constant knee problems. Wemby seems to be a little more lengthier and skinnier, that he's not going to maybe have as many problems. in terms of maybe knee problems, but it's like you got to still just watch out for people falling on ankles and knees. And it's like, man, being that big, and that down low and that big of bodies, you just got to hope that something does not happen to him with being that, because that is the absolute worst case scenario for, a star of his league going down that way. I think I'm gonna root for the Knicks. Being the common fan, I think that would be the coolest way to go about it. Coming at this point of the year, I think it's been since the 70s, maybe since the Knicks won, I think, or something like that. I think they haven't been to the finals since the 90s. So it would be very cool just to see them win, be right up there for the league. Obviously, the rest of the league has changed a lot, so it'd be cool to see them, the Knicks, I think it'd just be cool for one of the the premier franchises of the NBA to win. It also seems like it's cool. I mean, the New York City is the fans seems like just a very passionate fan base, and it seems like everyone just hates the Nets, and it joins together, as from the Yankees, the Mets, the Giants, and the Jets. Everyone just joins in together loving the Knicks, which would be cool just for the league as a whole, for the city. In the same way it was cool for the Cubs win. I would hope people that didn't have a dog in the race at that time were like, you know what? They're just rooting for history. Say you were alive to see a Knicks win, since there's been generations of fans that have not been able to see a Knicks banner raise. So they would build the statues of all those men that win that. Brunson will have his own statue raised by him in New York if he brings them a finals. I think it starts this week, so we'll have a good idea. Not only we'll have a slight idea of where it's going this time next week, but I am rooting for the Knicks. That is for sure. Movie of the week, we have Jack Ryan Shadow War. So we have another new movie of the week. We have not had a new movie in a while, but Jack Ryan Shadow War. It is an Amazon Prime movie. It is continuing off the Jack Ryan. They made an Amazon Prime show. So it was 4 seasons of the show. It kind of doesn't really, same characters. You don't really need to totally know the show, what's going on in the show to understand it. But it's essentially, there's bad people that are doing bad things, and Jack Ryan's a good guy that will save them. Right? It wasn't awesome, right? I'm gonna say that right there, right? It wasn't like a super great movie. I wrote down what the movie was, and then forgot to write down why I liked it, and then a couple days later I kind of forgot what even happened. So that makes it a little less in my eyes. I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to drop it just a little bit from where I initially put it. I initially had it at about 7.7. I think we're gonna drop it to 7.2 out of 10. Simply from the fact that I can't super remember how we got to the main plot. I know there was a couple plots. Again, it seemed like a couple episodes of a TV show that they edited into a movie rather than a movie. Jack Ryan has the potential to be kind of the American James Bond if it was done right. And I would not anywhere say this is done wrong, but it's not terrible. So, but give it a watch. I think it was a good movie. Me being, as a movie fan, we'll talk Mandalorian next week. That will be an interesting one. We'll talk about that next week. But overall, I wouldn't say it was a terrible movie. It was a good movie that could have been better. So 7.2 out of 10. Definitely give it a watch, especially if Amazon Prime. You can definitely watch it at home for free. In the world that is, if you're paying to see a movie in the theater rather than sitting at your house for free, it adds a couple points being at home, that you can sit at home, make your own popcorn, and not have to pay $40 to see this movie. So, not terrible that way. Crumb Bum of the week. I don't think this is any surprise after I just talked all this shit about him. Shane Gillis, whatever. No, Shane SGA. Shane Gillis Alexander. Is that what it is? Producer, is that what it is? Oh, there's not a producer here? Okay. Shane Gillis-Alexander, SGA, from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, buddy, stop flopping. It's just as simple as that. Stop flopping. I know everyone's flopping. You're flopping to an extent, and I know you're probably thinking everyone else is doing it too. You're doing it, and it's like you're just one of those guys that's overdoing it. That's simply what you're doing. It's like the guy that's like, hey, you're playing too much golf, okay? Maybe it's like, okay, maybe it's bad, right? But SGA, stop flopping. You're being a bitch. The comparison to golf is bad. I take that back. SGA, he's being a bitch, and he's doing it simply too much. Okay, you can flop a little bit. Okay, I'll give you a couple flops. I'll give you that it's a part of the game and it's part of this new age game, and sometimes it's gonna happen. But when you seem like that is your sole goal to it is to flop, that's where the issue comes up, right? When it's like, well, it's like you're just watching a compilation clip of all the flops. Well, it's a problem if someone can make a 5-minute video of all the flops from one game. Maybe look inside. Maybe it's not the editing. Maybe if you're flopping 100 egregious times in a game, that's going to make a lot of highlights. So, it's kind of your fault. It's just a bad look for the entire league. So, Crumb Bum of the week, SGA for the Thunder for being a flopping little bitch. That is it, people. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. I very, 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 very much appreciate it. Like I've always said, anyone that is watching at this point of the show, it's been, at this rate, it's been almost probably been an hour or 45 minutes of the show again. If you've made it this far, I owe you a crisp high five. Please remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It does a lot for my analytics. This has been episode 29 of the Kyle Suchsland Show. We will keep it rolling. We will be back next week, talk Monaco, and we will talk a little, we'll talk golf too. We'll talk Memorial Day at Muirfield. We'll talk Monaco. We'll talk Cubs next week, and maybe we'll try to get a guest on the show for you guys next week also. So, shout out. Peace.